it take to build a Shorty 6.0? Today we find out. Step 1, acquire a regular cab 6-liter. Check. Find out it is long bed. Ugh, we don't want that. Step 3, remove bolts. Step 4, remove bed. Mint. Step 5, post to marketplace because we're broke. Step 6, that was quick, already sold. Step 7, get a short bed of your choosing. I chose a short bed utility bed because it'd be pretty unique. I haven't seen it done. Step 8, get your tape measure and your short bed truck. Take some measurements. So the regular cab long bed frame is 92.5 inches long and the short bed frame is 76.25. I measured from this hole to this back hole, so that way it should give me the 2 holes to match with the bed. That means we gotta cut 16.25 inches. Maths, good to learns. Now we work up in CAD, a super scientific design. Cardboard aided design right here, baby. This is gonna be my little Z cut, technically. So if I made this right, it should be even. We're gonna mark this out on the frame, cut this, move it back 16.25 inches, mark it, cut it, and then we can move this frame forward and it should match in pretty nice. Now, after a lot of thinkification, we got our marks of what we need to cut out. We got the drive shaft loose, now we just gotta remove the fuel tank. Now, once you acquire a plasma cutter, cut the frame. This is at the point where there is no turnaround. We are done for, boys. I'm gonna get ahead and start and cut the other side, and then we're gonna slide this together after I bevel these edges, and then we're gonna weld it all together. Things have escalated quite quickly. I forgot to hold that part up. So we got one side ground down with some bevels, so that way when we weld it together, it welds all the way through and we don't have no spots missing any weld. Now I just gotta grind the other side. We can put this together. I'll get a level so that way we can make sure this frame is somewhat straight. We'll eyeball it. So now we got the frame put back together. I put a couple of tack welds on it. We took some measurements to make sure that we got the correct amount on each side. And we do. We have the 76.25. We made sure that the frame was pretty level throughout. And now we're just stacking some dimes right there. And after we're all done welding, we're gonna grind this down with a flap disc to make it look nice and flat. We're also gonna weld on the inside. And we also will be grinding that down, make it nice and flat, because then we're gonna put a plate on the inside to really help hold this through. I started grinding this side down, get it nice and flat. Now we just gotta grind the insides. That way we could put a plate on there, make it nice and flat, and weld it all the way around. Now for what I noticed, the frames aren't exactly the same, so you are gonna have a little bit of off right here. Same thing on this side. It does take a lot of adjustments, going back and forth, taking a tack weld, cut a tack weld, move it around, making sure everything's nice and straight. Like I said, when you cut this, I'm assuming there's a little bit of a difference because it's off just a hair bit, but I don't think anyone's gonna really notice. The bottom is perfectly level though. So after you finish all welding, you install the bed. This thing is looking freaking sweet. I love it. So we got the bed installed, all the 4 bolts lined up perfectly, so we didn't have to do much adjustment on that. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get it running and driving tonight because I ran out of time. It's Sunday and I got everything cleaned up so we can start work tomorrow. 2 things are left to get done is a fuel tank and the drive shaft. Since the stock tank is really big, it does not fit in there no more. Now there is a couple of solutions. One of the things is a Ranger tank. So I'm gonna probably go and get one and see if we can make it fit. And I've also seen a couple people that put the fuel tank in the rear. So this week I'm gonna go to the junkyard, try to find a fuel tank that'll fit nicely. Then we just gotta take the drive shaft, cut the old weld off, shorten it 16.25 inches, and re-weld it back together. Should be pretty simple to get done. Now it may be off balance, but we're just getting this build to get done. I will get it balanced later on or have a drive shaft shop actually look at it. But we are on a budget, so we're gonna show you how to do it on a budget. So I hope you guys really enjoy the new Shorty build.